folks, me again. It's part of our few-part series on gathering meat. So there's a few tools that I use. I use very little for my hunting equipment, not because I wouldn't like a scope to shoot something 12 miles away. I don't want to haul that back through the bush, you kidding me? Good grief. So my tool of choice is an 80-pound. It's a diamond. It's nothing fancy, but it does the trick. Fiber optic sight, 80-pound draw quiver mounted on the side. Does damage. That's what you need. It gets you some skills in getting this thing getting closer to animals. The other thing I use is a dual spine D5 pile driver. Those are my favorite arrows. They work the best in that. I found they're reasonably priced from your major department store. Ugh. Can't say the name. Now this handy little tool is, I don't think it's manufactured for what I use it for, but whatever. It works just nicely. Cool blue hewing on there. This works great for skinning. For thin skin, I hold my thumb here, so I'm only going in so far. It does a real good job of getting in there. You can slice. You can pull the hide up and away as you're cutting. I shouldn't be doing this towards myself, but being that it's such a short blade, I haven't cut myself yet, so that's a bonus. Regular pocket knife, in case you break something. Your trusty, you want a full blade knife, something that that's sturdy enough that if you have to hack through some bone, you can whack the back of this with a log. Don't use a rock. Geez, that's hard on the finish. Long range, I do not use a scope. Open sights, Winchester 308 with a hollow point. It's an older gun, loaned to me by a buddy. Small game, now you're gonna laugh at this, but it does a great job, because the ideal place to shoot a rabbit is in the head. There's very little areas on a rabbit that you can shoot without wrecking a lot of meat. So this is a 177 caliber air rifle, crack barrel, single shot with a scope. Yes, it does have a scope. It's a lot easier to line up on a grouse's head or a rabbit's head. Put them down quickly. Nothing fancy. Nice and balanced. Use the proper ammo for that. You want a small game pellet designed for a specific reason. And the other thing that I want to show you is a real cool little trick, and I left it way over there. A drywall saw. Now these things, especially the plastic handled ones, because you can wash them off real good. This is not the one out of my hunting pack. This is the one I actually use for drywall, because it's all rusty. This thing will cut through bone. It fits very nicely in your pack. You don't have to unfold it. This will hack through a moose leg, no problem. A little bit harder on a wrist than a bow saw, but definitely does the trick and minimalizes. And it's light. throw one of those in your pack. Last but not least, of course, you want to use your cheesecloth bags and stuff for packing your meat out, keep the flies and stuff off of it. This is the handiest little, they have a lot of variations in this, and fancier ones. I love this one. It's a blade sharpener. It does all different sizes of blades. You got your one in there for doing your initial getting your edge back, and then honing the edge right there. 2 ceramic pieces, very quick and easy to use. Do not set it on your leg to do it. Make sure you have on a log or a table or something, holding it firmly. There's the guards on the side so you don't cut your fingers off. I've seen guys do that on their legs, and it's these. I know I said last but not least, but I keep thinking about stuff. These hard plastic cases come with a lot of batteries, like at your hardware store or whatever. Hold like 50 or 60 AA batteries. They make great little kits, and you can actually make them waterproof by putting some tape or something along the edges and then pressing that down over top. It's a little hard on the hinge on the back, but if it's in your pack, you probably don't need to worry about it. I keep all my extra arrow parts in here, some extra nocks, my small game, because these are more meant to knock the animal out as opposed to pierce it. And those little fins on the side prevent it from being buried in the ground. And also, you can keep your arrowheads in here, and if you cut the packaging so they're all held in there nicely, keep that on that. Usually I have a piece of toilet paper or something in there, or those little silica bags that you buy in shoes or whatever. Hang on to those, stick it in there. It'll keep the moisture off of your blades and out of your little kit here. Label it. Do not use compound parts with a crossbow. No good. So that's all for this part of this video. Tonight, once it cools off, sun's about, we're about 3 o'clock right now. So once it starts getting a little bit cooler, we're gonna go get a rabbit, and I'm gonna show you how to skin and dress it. Now, the way I skin my rabbits is so I can use the fur. We're also gonna do a tanning video on how to tan hides. That's very simple, very effective. We're gonna show you some of the tools that I use and have made. Tanning can be so easy, a little bit physical, demanding at times, but the process can be so easy. You don't need all these fancy chemicals. Go traditional. Traditional for a lot of things is a lot easier and a lot simpler. We're going to show you all those. We're going to show you how we're going to cook up a rabbit for supper, and we'll see you in the next video.